to Knucklehead Comics Tuesday. It's fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit. On Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that and the father goes shamefully? That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. Not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
Randall Savage.
Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings and you put it in some sauce and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk. Put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios. Vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios is good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? Can I steal the question from Cabs?
I got it right.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, if it's right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! Right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb and the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo. What's going on, everybody? It is fucking Tuesday night. You know what that means. We are Knucklehead Comics, and we are back to make your night a lot better, because we're going to talk about the entire season of Daredevil, because they must have forgot that there was one more episode last week. You know, but we out here with the news, the cruise, and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I want to start off with the Superman suit. Hearing some criticisms about it. People saying this is the worst Superman suit that they made. What you think about that?
My only criticism with the Superman suit is that it's not form-fitting enough. It looks a little too loose, and it looks like how somebody would cosplay if instead of buying like the spandex suit, they bought like the leather jacket and put that on as their suit. So he kind of looks a little smallish in it.
Yeah.
And you could tell that it's not... I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look as much like Superman wearing his suit as all the other ones did.
I can see that. Because it's not like the Daredevil suit is a little, it's like a leather suit. You got a leather jacket and all that, but Daredevil is an athletic guy, so you can see that. But fucking Superman is supposed to be frolic, sight beyond sight, He-Man type motherfucker down here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to look like Superman when Henry Cavill is the guy that's your predecessor. Oh wait, you're Henry Cavill's predecessor.
No. The predecessor means the person before you.
See, there you go.
Yeah, are you gonna put up a picture of the suit? Or you already got
Um,
copyright.
we're gonna see because I had a video of it, but it was on Instagram, and he was talking about how he wears trunks on the outside of his pants, and now he's liberated. Okay. I put in Superman, and they put Henry Cavill in.
I think his name David Cornsweet, something like that, is the new Superman. I mean, he looks like Superman.
Yeah. This is the best quality. So I mean, this is not bad.
This looks a little better, but it's still. I think it's because it's not like fully defined. Because I mean,
Yeah,
if you look at like normal Superman, of course, in the comics, he's got every muscle and shit defined. But I think the little design things that they have, like up on the shoulder, through the through the torso, that define like where his abs are and shit like that.
yeah,
It makes it look a little odd.
yeah. Because this looks like he's wearing like a biker jacket,
Yeah.
and Superman doesn't need
Yeah,
protection.
you don't need to over design the suit.
Yeah. And in this picture, the thing that's wrong is the boots. There's no red boots here.
Yeah.
Like I
Maybe
was looking
that's
at
it.
other pictures, they have the red boots that go like right below his knees and shit. But here, it's like, what is he wearing? Like, what is he wearing? Sneakers? They think we wasn't gonna see this?
See, it's weird because the picture right next to it where it's just the cape,
Yeah,
if you saw that, you'd be like, all right, then he's in the Superman suit. Like the silhouette looks right. But see, like for his hands, the thing on the back comes up a little bit too much.
yeah. The here, this shit right here.
Yeah, and it's not flush. There's space, which in terms then makes it look like it's looser than it really is.
Yeah,
But
I don't.
it's not that it's bad.
It does look very cosplayish.
Yeah,
Like this looks
but
like someone who has money did a good cosplay of Superman.
yeah, but I mean, bring up Hawk Girl because she's in this movie. Right, we're making to earn his pay today.
Word. Oh, this is a bad fucking picture. Of the quality of this shit is bad. Hold on, let me. Got one of her from behind without the helmet. Oh, let's see. There you go.
Now, if you look at the comic and then you look at her, again, is it bad? No, but it also is not correct.
Yeah.
The helmet looks off. They as you see the ears go up in the comics, but there it goes straight back. She's literally wearing just a leather jacket.
It. You know what? It looks like a bunch of cosplayers made this suit.
And again, am I saying that the suits are bad? No, I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm just saying that they're slightly off. It picture this. It's like you went to go to the candy shop and you were looking for M&Ms and you found candy coated chocolates. It's like, is that technically what M&Ms are? Yeah. Are they colored fucking sugar shells around a chocolate thing? Yes. Do they taste the same? Yeah. But is that M&Ms? No, it's candy coated chocolate. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. And like, not to harp on the fucking thing, it's I don't know if the right one looks like a luchador. Yeah, it kind of, yeah, I can see that. But the shit is, this almost looks like a CW version of Hawkgirl, right? And now I'm not saying that the actress can't portray this, but the cartoon or the comic book version right here looks like a badass chick that'll fuck you up, right?
yeah.
This chick looks like a girl that cosplayed because she gets inspired by this badass chick who will fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? Now, like you said, we haven't seen the movie. We don't know how they portray this, or if she acts that badass, but just on sight, it's like you're not really giving me the
I don't know.
badass here that's gonna fuck you up.
I don't know if you could contrast this, but this is the CW Hawkgirl.
Ah,
I don't know. I don't know what the capabilities of this is to.
but I got you up in the top, but yeah,
But like
I mean,
this looks more like a comic version.
yeah, it does. And Superman here, yo, it's just, what was his name? Christopher Reeves, right?
Yes.
I always get him mixed up with the Steve Reeves, but Christopher Reeves. His Superman, he just looked bigger than everybody in the suit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looked like he was fucking a foot taller than everyone.
Yeah.
And as a guy that was in those times, how a muscular man would look, it was believable. Like, he looked like he could
So
do some shit.
they went with the look of the original comic where it's not so defined. It's just the suit and he's
Like broad
bigger,
shoulders.
but he's not like,
Yeah.
every ab is shown and shit like that. And I can get the influence. They want to take that suit and modernize it. But if you bring up the Superman thing again, because I just want to verify what I'm about to say. Yeah. So if you look at him, and if you look at Superman, let me see if I can bring up Chris Reed as Superman real quick.
You want me to bring it up?
Yeah, if you can bring it up and then be able to switch back and forth. Because before I say what I want to say, I just want to verify that that I'm seeing what I'm seeing correctly. Because I don't want to be putting bullshit out here.
Okay. Let's see if now we have Henry Cavill Superman, Christopher Reeve Superman, and then
Okay. So if you go back to the other two, right?
and I
Look at Christopher Reeve's chest.
yeah.
That goes down in a V, and then his ab goes straight. You look
Yeah.
at Henry Cavill, his chest is broad, then it cuts in, then you got the abs. If you look at the new guy, David Cornset, it looks like his chest is the same level. He's a little more boxy
Yeah.
than he is, wide at the top, V-ish cut. And I think that might be throwing it off as well.
And also, the one thing about Superman is that like his chest and he goes into the V, but in every single one of his cartoons or every one of his drawings, his shoulders are defined, like they're big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like if you look at Henry Cavill's shoulders are huge. I mean, he's a huge man. But Christopher Reed's shoulders are like flattering here. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy, like the jacket doesn't. If he's built, this jacket is not helping him.
Yeah.
Because even Nicolas Cage, they put a muscle suit on him. Shit, fucking look at now. Here goes the one from the TV show.
If you could bring up a full body image on that guy, I mean, his suit is clearly padded, but I guarantee you'll see the silhouette with the bigger chest cutting into the midsection.
It not a full body one, but you got the upper body.
Yeah, but in here, again, his chest is more defined and is sitting. What do you call it? It's not sitting perfectly in line with his torso.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The chest is more puffed, more pronounced. His pectoral muscle.
Did you see your garage? Huh?
Word.
So what did you kick out?
All right.
You gotta mute yourself, man.
There you go, so.
Yo.
Say his name and he appears. I believe it's Show Henry. Oh, my man Show got the food looking at everybody. Okay, hey.
There you go.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, Show?
Hello, my brother.
Talking about the
We are-
Superman suit.
Yeah, we're talking about the Superman suit. So can you see the shit I popped up?
Yes, I do. Looks
All right,
dope.
so this is the new Superman. The new and true Superman, the Superman from the new movie that's coming out with James Gunn.
Nice.
And then this is the original Superman, Christopher Reed, Henry Cavill, and then the CW Superman. Now we got Henry Cavill and Christopher. We're just talking about how they look different in the suit because this guy it kind of looks like he has a biker jacket on.
But this one looks more like the original than the other one. The other one was kind of pale and dull.
Henry Cavill's?
Yeah.
It was muted. It was
Mm-hmm.
muted. I think that was because it was trying to set the tone for because DC always had this darkness to it. It had like a muted. Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, Tim Burton started it off with the Gothic style Gotham in the original Batman and Batman Returns in 1989 and 90, and then Joel Schumacher, who did Superman, put Superman in the fucking brightness that he deserved. Then what was it? Joel Schumacher, who did? Joel Schumacher did the new Batmans, which was more like neon and all that weird shit. But there was the definite fucking switch with Snyder, where he wanted everything to be
Dark.
muted tones and more serious, and everybody's Batman. So that's why his suit looks like that. But I think the crux of what we're getting at is everybody else looks more defined in their suit, and the new guy looks less defined. So therefore, it looks weird. Because even Christopher Reeves, not every one of his muscles is showing, but you can see where his bicep is. You can see where the top of his abs are, where his pecs are, where the other you can see where his muscles are, even though it's not defined. This dude has his muscles painted into the suit, so you can see them.
Yeah. And then
And
this
the new
dude
guy, nothing.
Yeah. Now, is this the worst Superman suit?
No, there's probably one. There's probably one back in either in the what the fuck they call them, like back in the 60s, 50s with the cereals. Those are probably bad. There's probably one, I think it was like a Superboy in the 90s that came on after Lois and Clark had their run. He probably has one that's bad if we looked at it. So I'm pretty sure this isn't the worst one.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at there's a picture of a drawing of the Flash and Superman racing each other, and he's kind of wearing like a mix between. Oh, he's actually wearing the same thing that Christopher Reeves is in that drawing. Yeah, see,
Oh yeah, because that's Alex Ross. That's his style of art. That's his should be his artwork. Where he tries to, if you look, that's all 100% drawn artwork. No digital shit. And then you could feel the fabric that these suits are made of.
yeah, yeah. Because this right here, this mask looks like it's a somebody wearing a real mask. They took a picture of somebody wearing
Well,
that real mask.
that's what he does. So the Flash and that Superman is somebody doing the pose. And then he draws the pose and then adds the whole thing that, defines it as the Flash and Superman.
That's dope. Shit, there was another question I was gonna ask. I was looking at the Superboy shit, but do you feel that this what was it, a 4-minute trailer or some shit? Or a 4-minute like sneak peek that they had?
Yeah.
Do you think that that made this movie bad? Like I know a lot of
Yeah.
people talk shit
This,
about the
this is the Superboy I was talking about.
yeah he just
Like,
wore the Christopher Reeve shit.
yeah, but him wearing it doesn't look like the S looks too big.
Yeah, another cosplayer with a lot of money. Or as like we like to say in the business, show enough. Show enough got enough money to be cosplaying with these real suits and shit.
No, no,
Funny thing is, you guys have cosplay and I haven't. You got the money.
dude, my cosplay is, well, not my Green Lantern shit was over almost $1,000 worth of shit. But that's because everything was real leather jacket, real leather fucking bracers and chest piece from.
Shit, and me, I bought leather pants off Amazon that I can't fit into no more for like $20. a leather vest that was like $20, and then a fucking Amazon compression shirt that I just put the logo on. You know what I'm saying? I was almost like Superboy being the Blue Lantern.
Now, the fact that it can't fit, is that good or bad?
It's very good. 'Cause
So
I don't
you
want to be
must
walking
wait.
around with
It's too
leather
big.
pants.
The leather pants is too big. Got it.
No, the leather pants is too tight. I ain't trying to be like The Rock.
That shit look fire. Like that was the first Comic Con I went to.
No, not the first Comic Con, but the first one that I did like a properish cosplay.
Yeah. Now the ring don't fit, so you must have quit.
My ring fits.
Who
And my
who were you this year?
my
Cap.
ring don't fit.
I know he was Kingpin. Your ring fits.
I don't think I have pictures of this year. I think I took them off my phone to save space.
You
Yeah.
sent one of Toad with another cosplay person. I think it was with Daredevil.
No, I was Kingpin and he was
Spider-Man. He was on the floor.
secret agent.
U.S. agent.
U.S. agent. I
No,
keep calling
no,
him Sick
no,
Man.
no. I meant the picture. The picture. You took a picture with somebody.
I took a picture with Daredevil. Yeah.
Yeah,
There
he
you
took
go.
a picture with some dude who was dressed as Daredevil.
Now I remember whose Cap was. He had the brown jacket.
No, I
Where-
have a hoodie with the shit printed
Was,
on it. Which one day, if I ever get into like real good shape, I'll do like another real cosplay. But I gotta get
Shit.
into shape first.
I tell you one thing, man. What the one cosplay I would like to do is the Thing.
nice.
I would like to, get brolic, put like a fucking orange compression shirt on with draw the rocks and shit like that. Just be the Thing. Be dope. Because everybody, I was the mayor of Comic Con.
Yo,
Everyone know who the fuck Mr. Fisk
yeah.
was.
He was. That was the most successful fucking. Yo, you know what's funny? The only time I ever got commended or talked about in my cosplay was the year I went with my boy Jay, and I just put on. You've seen the hoodie that I had, my Captain America hoodie, right? I
Yeah.
had it with when we did the Daredevil, the Deadpool review, and I pulled the mask over my head and shit like that. I went the day before with my Daredevil hoodie, zipped it up, wore the mask. Nobody said shit, right? So that was on Friday. I went on Saturday with the Captain America thing. We went back Sunday. I didn't wear anything Sunday. People on the train were like, "Yo, you were the dude in the cap suit yesterday, right?" I was like, "Yeah." Like, that shit was dope, man. Captain America, how you doing? I got fucking recognized for being Cap, wearing a fucking hoodie with the mask and nothing else. No, everybody was calling me Cap, wearing the U.S. agent shit. Only one person knew I was John Walker.
Yeah, and he was on the train too, right? That guy on the train.
No, it was the girl with the by the dice stand.
Oh yeah. No, but wasn't what was his Speedo or A Train on the train? We saw A Train from the boys on the train,
Yeah,
which was funny.
he's the one who actually inspired us to buy the fucking stools that
Yeah,
they fold up and then you can fold them out to sit down.
yeah. Which we got to get better padding for that one.
Well, I had my padding is good, and that's because I never sit in it.
My padding is done.
Huh?
My padding has to be done.
Yeah, because I've been sitting in it for fucking hours on end.
Yeah, shit. I mean, we could always have show bring this chair and chair you in, so we could, you know, show you gotta come with us though. Chicken,
Well, y'all
that'd
had
be
it.
cool. Cap be Daredevil. I could be Iron Fist. You be Luke Cage.
Ooh.
And
Fire.
shit, we put the princess in some jeans and a leather jacket. She could be Jessica Jones. That's it.
They don't got a baby superhero.
She could be Moon Girl.
Yo, Moon Girl walks around with a dinosaur and is technically the smartest character
Yeah.
in the Marvel
Dude,
universe.
matter of fact, on Disney Plus, let me see if it's on there still. They had a TV show that I don't know if it was on Disney XD or they might have put it on Disney Plus. It's all about Moon Girl, and I believe if it's on there, I think your daughter would fucking love it.
Yeah, yo, there's was it Bruce Banner who made it or Reed Richards? Someone made this puzzle box, right? And either Reed Richards or Bruce Banner, no one can solve this puzzle. It was so hard. And Moon Girl solved that shit as soon as she got it. Like she got it, opened it up, boom. That's how.
Yeah, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. 2 seasons. It's on Disney Plus.
I don't think show saw you.
Moon Girl. What you said after that?
Show
Yeah,
'em- show 'em the-
I'll bring it up again. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
There you go.
It's
Now
on
I
Disney
heard you.
Plus. There's 2 seasons. I think your daughter might like it.
I watch it in the theater. Well, she likes being around me.
Good.
The only episode I saw, all the superhero pets were getting together to save something. That was down when we were in Florida last time.
Yes, yes, yes. Shit. Yeah, that movie comes out when? The Superman movie?
Sometime this year, probably July or August, I think.
Now I know in 2 weeks?
Yeah,
Next
probably
week,
in about 2
May
weeks.
2nd. That's when Thunderbolts come out.
Is May 2nd?
May 2nd.
So that's next Friday.
Yeah. That's when Thunderbolts come out. If we're lucky enough to see it when it comes out, we'll have a review and all that. But
If you're lucky enough, it's YouTube. Y'all be there at 9 in the morning.
Not well. That you know what's been going on behind the scenes as to why we may or may not be able to do it right then and there.
Gotcha. Understood.
but yeah, May 2nd is when it comes out. But yeah, I mean that'd be dope. You go see it. What she said.
Yep.
If you don't watch it, she's gonna kung fu your ass.
I already said if I don't love it, I'm making me and Ray in 2K25, putting them through that glass. What do you call it?
He's gonna shove a jabroni up his ass.
So you got other news?
Yeah, Marvel wants to continue Daredevil series for 10 years.
Oh shit!
They want to release a season every year.
Do they have that much product in the bank in the comics?
I mean, they always come up with some shit, bringing new
Yes,
characters.
they do.
They
They
just
haven't
don't
even
have-
scratched the surface of what the fuck
Yeah.
they've been. They have done essentially 4 seasons now on Daredevil Born Again. Just that one fucking comic book run. They've only touched one run and already had 4 seasons worth of shit.
The only thing they don't have enough material for is Blade. Damien Thunderbolts is coming out May 2nd.
Is
With
that the
Ashley.
shortest book in the comics? Blade?
No, apparently they can't write a fucking movie about
It's just we've said it before. It's just impossible to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the joke again. I'm gonna run it to the ground until Marvel gets their shit together. But I dare anybody to show me evidence that if you put a black male lead in a movie with vampires, that it will be successful. Go ahead. I dare somebody to show me proof that a movie about vampires with a black male lead in the theaters today has succeeded. It's impossible. Never happened.
That's right. And if you were to try to, you'll be a sinner. You were muted when you said that, show, but we got you.
That's the Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, see,
What
you're a
about
sinner.
Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy made that movie Businessman in Brooklyn.
Shit.
Don't I remember him being a vampire with long curly hair?
No, that was
Vampire
Businessman in Brooklyn. It can't be done, show. There's no movie
He just
ever
bit
like
motherfucker.
that.
He just bit motherfucker.
I thought Blade was good.
They've
even
never
Damien
even made you know the history of movies. They had what they call blaxploitation movies. They've never even had like Blackula or anything like that.
Word.
It's impossible.
Even if you got Wesley Snipes to play Blade, it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
It was perfect. What are y'all talking about?
I'm surprised that they got Wesley to come in there and just do his character from Expendables 3 in Deadpool.
Word.
That was impressive.
Word. Retarded. Shit. Speaking of Blade, Elodia Young, whoever the fuck her name is, wants to return as Elektra in Daredevil Born Again. I guess the Netflix Elektra wants to come back.
You know, a lot of people didn't like her as Elektra.
Why?
I don't know. I thought she was good. I thought she was good, but
I mean, you're going up against Jennifer Gardner.
There's an interesting thing about Elektra, because Elektra is technically like sex appeal with a knife.
Yeah.
And I don't think they've ever done the sex appeal correct. They've only ever just done the knife.
Yeah. I mean, the girl who played Katana in Mortal Kombat 1 would have been a good Elektra.
Nah, she would have done exactly what Jennifer Gardner did and been coy, but not.
Nah.
You need you need somebody that when
Got some
she
rice in
walks
your
into
hand,
the room, you immediately go like, "Who the fuck is this?" And with a smile, it's believable that she can lead you into a room where she's gonna slit your throat, and your last dying words are "Thank you."
Word.
That's what you need for Elektra.
Who you picking, Show, to be that kind of Elektra? Stephanie Vaucour?
You know, I finally figured out who that was. That's the NXT champion, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
Who you
I
thought
thought
that
you
was
was
when we was
talking
talking about
about
Valkyrie,
the
the China?
Undertaker's wife. I'm like, the Undertaker's wife is back?
That's Michelle McCool.
Hey, it's close.
I mean,
Yeah.
it sounds a little like Stephanie McCool, Michelle McCool, the McCool and McCool.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it sounds close, like Toe being 6'3" instead of 5'2". It's just right there, right there.
He is 6'3". I've
Right,
seen
I
him.
identify as 7'3", and if you keep talking, I'm gonna get y'all arrested because it's legal.
Nope, nope. This administration, get that shit out of here.
Shit. No, that's if I want to identify as a cat. Can't identify as cats. But I can identify as tall. Shit. I want to identify as a sovereign nation, so that way I don't have to fucking pay taxes. Shit. But anyway, what do you think about her coming back? You think it's a good idea? You think they should get somebody else?
It depends. Because I think the hand storyline kind of killed her because they inexplicably took the hand that is an ancient fucking Chinese, fucking institution with ninjas and martial art and Eastern magic, and put a Puerto Rican in charge of it. And now, normally, I'd be like, "Hey, we're good," but what we have no business kung fuing motherfuckers. That's not what we do.
Yeah, we got that Puerto Rican judo. You don't know if we got a gun. You don't know if we got a knife.
Yeah,
Not the. You don't know what hand we're gonna hit you with. Like they look like the foot from Ninja Turtles.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. There's plenty of other things that they could. You know who I want to see? I want to see Typhoid Mary. I want to see this crazy ass bitch run around and fucking cause havoc. Maybe you could do a thing where eventually his therapist girlfriend, I don't know if they're still together based on what happened, but maybe she turns into Typhoid Mary. That'd be a cool thing where now he's got to stop her, but he knows her, and she don't know it's him yet. And there's like cool things you could interplay there, but we'll see what they have thought up for this new season coming up.
Wait, I guess I can't spell this bitch name. What's her name?
Typhoid Mary. You got to put Marvel because there was an actual Typhoid Mary who was I believe she was a nurse in mental institutions and hospitals. She was literally injecting people with typhoid disease and killing.
That's the one that's from Rikers, not Rikers. The island right there across the bridge in Manhattan, right?
Yeah.
Crazy Land, Ward's Island.
Yeah.
Trust me, I delivered there.
What was the name of it?
Ward's Island.
Dude, I found it.
It's either Ward's Island or Randall. One of the two.
I think Randall. This one, right?
Randall Island.
Yep.
He kind of looks
They
like
both crazy.
like if they said, let's make our own Harley Quinn,
Yo,
but very distinct.
now look, this is one of her most famous pics, or her drawings, I should say. There you go. Now, I don't think they're gonna get that visual in the show, despite their R rating, but you have somebody who provocatively dresses like that, who's as crazy as she is. Like, picture if so everybody thinks she's like Harley Quinn, right? But
Yeah.
picture Catwoman with the mentality of Harley Quinn.
Okay. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Shit.
that's the character I want to see him go up against.
Yeah.
I think there's a
that'd be
lot
nice.
of cool shit you can play off of in there.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Yo, show you watching real quick?
Yeah, I'm looking.
All right, because I want to show you something. This is when you say Catwoman that's like Harley Quinn, this is what I think of. He's playing with Captain America doll too. This is a Bollywood movie. Faster than a speeding train. More powerful than a bullet locomotive. Whoop. Got him.
Damn, he should be an Avenger.
I think that was his tryout.
What the fuck was that? My man caught the train 16 cars back, had to run the full length of the train, then jump in front of it to get the kid out of the way. Not not a single person who was standing near the kid fucking looked up and, oh shit, let's get this kid off the track. They were like, nah, he's got it. He's running.
The mama was like, as long as he quiet, I don't care. Motherfucker be screaming. And yo, in the caption, I don't know if you read it, it said, nothing could prepare me for the logic they used during this scene. You want to talk about some logic? But speaking of logic, he goes some shit for show, because I know he's a huge fan of this. There's a new series, Maul Shadow Lord, announced from Lucasfilms Animation.
That about that?
So wait a minute. Apple's coming out with a new series.
Yep. About Darth Maul.
That can be interesting if they let Dave Filoni take the reins on that, and they let Sam what the fuck's his last name? Is it Witters? I'm blanking on fucking names right now.
Witter?
Sam
Witter?
Witter.
He's in there.
Good, because he's the guy who voices Darth Maul for all the animation projects.
Yeah, he's in there. The next picture is him with the thumbs up.
Yo, so that should be dope then.
Now, but here's my question: how much more of the Darth Maul story we got? Because we saw him.
Did we never seen him with the Red Dragon? With the shit from
What, with the cybernetic legs?
with the cybernetic legs, but when he ran that criminal syndicate that they showed in Solo.
Oh yeah.
we've never seen that. There's a bunch of stuff that we could, now that they brought him back from the dead, like they could show a whole bunch of parts of his life that we haven't seen before.
They brought him back from the dead after Obi-Wan killed him on Tatooine, right?
Well, it wasn't Tatooine, but during the Duel of the Fates fight scene, they chopped him in half.
Oh, okay. No, because at
And
the
then,
end of fucking uh the Star Wars the Clone Wars, he killed him.
in not Clone Wars, Rebels,
Yeah,
Obi-Wan killed him for real.
yeah. So this is before that.
It would have to be. You can't bring him back twice.
All right. So would we be able to see him fucking around with Darth Vader?
But we saw that in Rebels. Remember, he was kind of teaching Ezra when they were in that pyramid thing, and then he left them in there with Vader to die. He-
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like we're gonna see him fight Vader.
nah, I don't know what this series is about, so I can't rule it out.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on, if Obi-Wan killed him like that, Vader would have fucking destroyed his ass. So 10 points to either you or Show if you guys can accurately tell me how he survived being cut in half.
His hatred kept them together from the Force, right?
Yeah. His hatred in the dark side of the Force sustained him long enough for him to survive and then be mutated into first the spider, and then his mother, I think it was, on Dathomir, fused fused all that shit and made him legs.
So a new trilogy from Simone Kingberg.
Simon Kingsburg.
That's what I said.
That's what I said,
See,
Simone.
he's always right. You
Word.
bugging.
But still no Vader series. Do we need a Vader series? Do we need a Darth Vader series?
Well, yes. If they can get Hayden Christensen back, and if they can get good writers, would you not want to see the series of him hunting down the Jedi? The
Yeah.
remaining Jedi?
Yeah, I would. After Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Yeah. That shit would be dope.
Yeah, I think it would be dope. Because they had that, like the underground railroad that they had when Vader found them on that planet and they fought again.
Yeah. And that's the story. That's what he was doing with the Inquisitors. He was hunting down Jedi, and the ones that the Inquisitors couldn't fucking beat, he'd show up and handle it personally.
Yeah. I mean,
Ain't the next one Anakin Walker?
All right, we're gonna break that down. The next one of what?
yeah, so
Yeah, I was talking about Star Wars.
yes.
All right, so
Okay.
the next one is Star
My
Wars.
bad.
And what about Anakin Walker?
You asked, his question was,
He got
is Darth Vader gonna get a series? So I said, isn't the next one based around, I didn't say that many words, but isn't the next one based around Anakin Walker?
So Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker,
Shit.
and he had 3 movies based on him.
so
So
yeah,
who's the next one? Because I saw a reaction to, I think it was Luke Skywalker, because they saw his thing and they already knew it was him, so they were showing the reaction to that. It was
okay,
like
so
an early reaction.
I think you was talking about the reaction when he showed up in The Mandalorian.
Yeah, they saw his I
The
can't even
lightsaber.
think about what they saw his lightsaber, so they found the people that were reacting to it knew who it was.
And he came in and destroyed some black robots, right?
Yeah, he went crazy. Swing with like the
Yeah.
green.
Yeah,
So
so
that was Luke.
that was the Mandalorian season 2, right?
Nice.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So Anakin Skywalker, aka Darth Vader, is Luke Skywalker's father. And the actual phrase from that movie, the actual line from that movie is not Luke, I am your father. It is no, I am your father. And then Rey in the sequel trilogies, the new movies that just came out, called herself a Skywalker, and that's why it was what Return of the Skywalker or the Last Skywalker or some shit in movies.
Rise.
Rise of the Skywalker. Yeah.
And that's when Palpatine was like, "Now I'm your grandfather."
Yeah. Which have you guys ever seen that British show? It's kind of like Jeopardy, but he goes, "Who is Luke Skywalker's father?" And he goes, "Anakin Skywalker." And they go, "Wrong." And then the one was like, "Darth Vader." And it's like, "Correct." And the guy's looking like, "What?"
Yeah, I saw that clip.
I think
He had a show moment.
that show should have paid that man $1 million for his inconvenience and shut down.
I just want to point out since we're on the topic, regardless of what you feel about the Rise of Skywalker, whether you love it, whether you hate it, whether you think it was mid, whatever you feel about it, Palpatine's entire fucking motivation was for Rey to strike him down, so if de facto she can take his place or he can become her or whatever the deal was. But the entire thing was, "Rey, I need you to kill me." She said, "No, I will not do so." And then immediately picked up a lightsaber, caught the fucking lightning, and murked him. I just need to point that out.
This is why I said that WrestleMania was like the prequel Star Wars movie.
Yo, I know this isn't the rest
Nah, I
of the show.
understand.
I don't do the rest of the show. The Rock went on who the fuck is the
Pat
white
McAfee.
dude with Pat McAfee, and when the final boss finished his part of the story at Elimination Chamber and didn't need to do anything, and then turned around and was like, "Oh, ticket sales were down, so I showed up to boost ticket sales for WrestleMania." What? So you mean to tell me that you came in, turned John Cena heel for the first time since he was a heel as the Doctor of Thugonomics in 20-something years, and when everybody's like, "Yo, what the fuck is the reason behind this?" You went, "Nah, I'm done. I finished my story. I Cody Rhodes it. My story is finished. No more questions, Your Honor."
Word.
Word.
Yo,
No closing the chapter. I did it because I could.
Hi, Bucky.
For
That's
people
right.
who play D&D,
He is a bookie.
John Cena didn't turn heel. He turned warlock. Because a warlock in D&D, you get your powers from a patron who either lied to you or you're indebted to, and he gives you powers. Or that entity gives you powers. And then, depending on how good of a writer you are as a player and how much you want to put in your backstory, it either always comes up or it never comes up again. And in this case, John Cena fucking became a warlock. His patron was The Rock. The Rock gave him powers, and it was never brought up again.
And then it was our fault because we bullied him.
Yeah, and here's how I know he's a warlock. Because if you do Path of the Tome warlock, you get a familiar, which means you get to conjure up a little animal friend that can do shit and help you. John Cena got Travis Scott. That was his fucking familiar. He conjured up Travis Scott to come out and help. Now it makes sense. You know what? WrestleMania was not bad. WrestleMania was actually good if you're a D&D fan.
Yeah.
And
Fuck
Cody
that.
Rhodes was the fucking cleric, because everybody knows the cleric fucking sucks, and nobody wants to play the cleric. And instead of being a healer, no, he played a war domain cleric, which is why he was so tough, and it took so many attitude adjustments. And he kept healing himself. That's why he was able to kick out. And by the end, he ran out of spell slots. That's what. See, now it makes now WrestleMania was dope.
All right. Have you ever heard John Cena say that he was going to be the last real champion?
Once, I think, on the either Friday or the Monday before.
Because he said that shit on Monday, and I was like, yo, if that's what he was going for, why didn't he say that? Like, why wasn't that part of the story? And it was like, it was. It's like, you can't say it once and now it's part of the story.
I'm telling you, he's the
You know why?
player that's shit at running his own backstory. He just wants to show up and roll dice.
You know
Word.
why?
Why show?
Because he's starting a story with the other last champion, last great champion, which is Randy Orton. So it matters now. It didn't matter before.
I mean,
Well, to me, I'm just saying
no, I hear you.
because he's right behind them with 13, right? 14.
14.
Yeah, so he would have to win that title about 3 more times to tie or Cena, which he probably could.
Hey, I'm big dog too. That's basically what he's saying.
Shit. But going back to the comic book movies. Speaking of comic book show, if you when you get a chance, if you're into scary movies or like fucked up movies, look up the movie Him from Jordan Peele. We saw the trailer for that shit the other day, and he was like, "What the fuck is this?" Marlon Wayans is in that motherfucker. He's like serious. That shit look
Is
crazy.
that new?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's produced by Jordan Peele. It's coming out pretty soon. Or not
Yeah.
pretty soon, sometime
I'll
Damn.
later.
check it out. I heard
Dame-
about this.
And Damien said, "Now I hate that match even more." He said in his first heel promo. Oh, that's the problem. I wasn't listening. Because once he started blaming the fans, I was like, all right, well, you know what? I'm out. He's not talking to me. Yo, shit. He definitely ain't talking to me.
It's like a non-voter. You're like, don't look at me. I ain't vote for him.
Word. That's like a
Kinda
fucking
makes sense,
the
though.
rap song. Come in, He ain't talking about me. Yo, shit.
Yo, speaking of horror and shit, we mentioned Sinners before, which everybody, well, my boy told me I should see. I actually want to see Until Dawn.
Which one is Until Dawn?
So Until Dawn is based on a video game in which these people get stuck in. Well, the premise of this movie is somebody's looking for their sister who went missing, and they found themselves in a situation in which they are stuck in a time loop, and each loop is a different genre of horror
Yeah.
that fucking kills them over and over, and they just gotta survive until dawn.
That bitch
Break
got that
loop.
bug in her cheek.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
fucking see that because I've actually heard good things about that. That it's like a love letter to horror movies.
Yeah. Cabin in the Woods was a good love letter.
Cabin in the Woods was not a love letter. It was a good subversion of the horror tropes.
Yeah. Shit, but nah, that's all you play. But speaking of horror,
You know what? I think it's coming out soon. If we can go see it, I'll go see that. You can go see Snow White.
yeah, because I gotta support all the guys, all the 7 deadly dwarves. Would you rather be in a house full of dwarves or in the woods with a bear?
I mean, you can scare away a bear, but then there's 7 motherfuckers you gotta fight. So I don't know.
The bear
about
will
7
raise you.
motherfuckers.
You know what I'm saying?
Take
You
it
ain't
or
got to
kill
worry
the
about the
bear.
bear talking to you nicely and and trying to offer you coffee.
I don't. Is there baby oil involved with the dwarves?
I don't know.
Because if there is, then I'm not staying with them.
Speaking of baby oil, this is the show's best part of the show here. Pedro Pascal revealed that an octopus inspired his movements as Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four First Steps movie.
That makes sense.
It does, but then I was like, wait a minute. Is he going to be swimming with 8 limbs?
No, but if you look at how an octopus moves and stretches its body, that should inform his movement to be a little more fluidic and a little more natural than just I'm moving my arm and then put it in post that you stretch it. There's a little more poetry in how you move. It could be visually,
Yeah. Well,
cooler.
you gotta use show. Show is a poetic mover. You know, that's one of the things that he strives to be, a poetic mover. Does the bear have coke? The polar bear
That's
does.
right.
Yo, that movie Cocaine Bear was probably the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
No,
But
you
then
seen Sharknado?
it just lended to being like a fun movie.
You seen Sharknado?
Dude, Sharknado is a fucking masterpiece. And if you don't have anything else, there's a little bit of Star Wars news.
Yeah. All right.
If you do, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Well, no, because I was listening to John Bortho talk about the Punisher, and he said that he had some Marines with him in the opening of the shit. You know, that's how serious he was with being the Punisher.
He had what?
He had Marines with him,
Oh, all right. I
but
misunderstood it. I think you said some Marines, but I heard submarines.
yeah.
Like,
All right. So, what was the Star Wars news?
well, for one, the second season of Andor has already dropped 3 episodes.
Oh
Again.
shit. Okay, I thought it was just one.
No, it's 3, and they're already out. Not coming out as the show is happening. They have already been out. So I've heard already excellent fucking things about this season. People have already been able to watch the entire season.
Yeah.
Critics. And they've said this show is amazing this season.
You know, I was watching a little bit of the inside of the show, and I stopped because it was somebody actually talking about the show. But what I heard him say was that these are the stories that everyone wanted to know what happened during the rebellion, and they get to now tell the stories of who rebelled, how they rebelled, and why it started. Like, you know, like all those instances of like the fucking legend. Oh, one guy took on 15 stormtroopers and rebelled and saved the baby. You get, you know, like it's like we get to
Yeah.
see some shit like that, and now it's like we get to tell those legendary stories of the rebellion and shit. So it's like I was like, okay, this is cool because Andor was good in season 1, but now it's almost like they're going, all right, we introduced them, and now we're gonna do this is the rebellion.
Yeah. Then, I mean, I can't wait. The other news is it is becoming a little more official that Kathleen Kennedy is going to step down. I believe it's time frame around August of this year.
Now.
She should step down now. But is her hands in any of the projects?
I don't think so. Not Andor. Not any of the current projects, because the current projects that we know are in the works are Andor, because it's already coming out. Ahsoka, season 2, which they got the guy who played the Hound to step in as Baylan Skull, Ray Stevenson's part,
Yeah.
and the Grogu and Mando movie. I don't think she has a hand in any of those.
Okay. When is Ahsoka season 2 coming out?
Probably 26, 27, somewhere around there.
Now, do you think we get to see Anakin Skywalker or Darth Vader in that?
Well, he's Hayden Christensen already said he's signed
He's
on
in
to
it.
do
All right.
some episodes there.
Nice. Now, because the show
Mhm.
ruined the entire Fantastic
Dude,
Four
you
movie.
upside down?
I am upside down.
You're upside down at a comedy club.
Let's go. Turn on the light.
That's what keeps them funny.
That's right. I'm practicing.
Right now, you look like you about. What's the deal with these peanuts?
But yeah, so that show ruined the Fantastic Four movie for me. I don't need to go see it now. We
How
got
you
the
ruin
woman
the Fantastic Four movie.
because there's a woman
What
Silver
should I
Surfer.
say?
You knew that.
No, there was speculation. that she was gonna be a woman. We didn't know if she was gonna be a woman.
Yo, dude, you turn yourself right side up. I can see the blood about to pop
Are
out of
you
your eye.
laying down, Joe? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I'm laying down. I'm in the closet so I can let the kids sleep.
What happened to your room downstairs?
Too far away.
I'm not downstairs. I'm with the kids. I was with the family.
No, I get that, but I'm saying if the kids are going to sleep, what happened to putting them to bed and then going to your proper place to do the show?
Well, this is the time that happened. So he was already talking about last topics. You want me to go turn on the computer?
Oh, we were gonna talk about the Daredevil
Yo,
show.
time out.
Okay.
You're asking me if I want you to do the shit you normally do 99% of the time.
No. I thought you guys were almost done. That's why I wasn't going to go turn on
Almost
the
done. We
computer.
just started.
How long y'all been on, man? What's going on here?
We started 9.
I
Been
was
on
Eastern
here.
time.
I was late 15 minutes.
Yeah. So what do you think? We're just doing 15-minute clips now?
Yeah. Listen, Daredevil was great. All right, guys. Have a good night.
So you're telling me that you're gonna sleep in the closet because Daredevil was that. But anyway, yeah, they swapped genders for Silver Surfer. This is the new girl, right? This is not Charlie Hanson.
No. So
Rebecca
this
Lee.
is technically Norrin Rad's woman. It's the woman he became the Silver Surfer to protect.
Okay, and then the
So
other
she's taking the mantle.
in the other
I don't,
universe, she took the.
I don't know. She has been the Surfer before. I forget why she became the Surfer. So it's not out of the realm of her picking up the mantle and becoming the Silver Surfer. I just don't know how they're gonna play this without Norrin being there.
I've seen this Silver Surfer before. I don't know where,
The
but I've seen
actress
this
or the
female
character?
version. The character.
I mean,
Well, there has been. So Galactus has had one female Silver Surfer, this girl, but he's had female heralds before.
Joe
Okay.
lives in a rich neighborhood. Probably saw it, walking around on the surfboard. Now, are we going with the thing that this is a universe that's going to be destroyed soon, or
I mean, you got to pull them into our universe, so it's gotta go. We gotta consolidate.
I mean, so
Because I mean, you saw how confusing it got during the CW when they're like, "Yo, shit, something's happening here in Earth One. We need Supergirl. Well, now which Earth is she on again? And let's go fucking find her and let's pull the only protection that Earth has to us to help us and leave them fully unprotected."
well, they had Marvin the Manhunter.
Yeah, but I mean, you light a match and he's done.
Speaking of match, those most anticipated show of the year, Ironheart, is scheduled to premiere June 24th.
I'm I'm not gonna
Joe is
lie.
like, I don't know what Ironheart is.
I'm
Is
not
that
gonna
the
lie.
black girl from Wonder Woman, WandaVision?
No, it's the
No,
black girl from Wakanda Forever,
yeah,
which is
that's the
crazy.
one who put the Iron Man suit on.
Which is crazy. She's the black girl from Wakanda Forever, and shows like, cool, you narrowed it down to 12 black women.
I knew who she was. She's the one
Yeah,
that they were saving at the girl. Even though it
yeah.
looks like a different character, a different person playing her.
No, it's the same person.
Okay.
Joe, if you
Same
knew
little
who
young
she
girl.
was, why the fuck would you ask us if she was Spectre?
You know what? I saw a picture of. Well, I was the one that sent it to the comic, and for some reason she reminded me of that black girl from WandaVision, the one that looks like the singer. Look, what's her name?
You're on your own. I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Fuck. She looks like the singer that has American Idol, chubby black singer.
Fantasia Barrino?
No. Cute.
Jennifer Hudson?
She's actually cute. Yeah.
Yo, I haven't watched
She looks
American
like Jennifer
Idol in
Hudson,
so
the girl
long.
that was
It's
in
either Jennifer Hudson or
WandaVision.
Fantasia. That's the only two I know. Unless
No,
you're
it is
talking about
Jennifer
Jordan
Hudson.
Sparks.
I'll look for a picture. Who's the agent that fights Wanda in WandaVision?
Who's the what?
The agent. The lady that keeps going back and forth. The black lady.
That's who we thought you were talking about.
She looks
Yeah,
like
that's
Jennifer
Spectre.
Hudson.
Oh, okay. So that is who we were talking about.
That's who I was.
That's Spectrum.
No, but that's why I asked.
That's who I'm talking about.
If you knew that Ironheart was from Wakanda forever, why would you ask us if that was the woman from WandaVision?
You thought
And
they
that was
changed
my
character?
explanation. For some reason,
You thought they changed
I
actors
thought
to play her?
about her. Say that again?
You thought they changed actors to play her?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
That's who I thought I saw in the picture when I sent it to y'all.
This isn't as confusing as Suicide Squad. But
Switching
they
the black.
replaced one character with the exact same character.
You leave Will Smith there. I don't give a fuck.
The black daughter. Does this black man have a black daughter? Yeah. Then why the fuck isn't he shooting Batman? Not the same person.
Dude, you guys have to leave Will Smith alone. You don't know how much his hand hurt after smacking Chris Rock.
I mean, it had to hurt. Chris Rock is nothing but skin and bones. You smack the skull.
Would you
Yeah.
take that slap? He got so much famous over
I'd have beat the
for that.
shit out of yo.
That was fame for
You're
years.
not
They still
hitting me.
talking about it.
I don't care what he said his excuse was in his comedy special. You're not hitting me. You swing on me, we fighting. I'm taking you down, knocking you out. Or
Right
See,
at the
that's
you know what?
Grammy?
One of two things happen. If Will Smith smacked me after some shit, after a joke that was so fucking a non-starter, either Will Smith's getting hit or Jada's getting hit. You pick.
If you hit me, I'm hitting your wife.
Shit, but yeah, but I mean,
One of us gotta go.
dude, that's like saying fucking would you take the knockout from Logan Paul like how he did Ben Askren because he made Ben Askren famous? Like, no, I don't want to get knocked out. Like, I don't. You're not. I'd rather be famous for the guy that beat the shit out of Will Smith and ruined the Oscars than the guy who got smacked and did nothing. Look at that fancy couch show guy. Comes with his own leather.
I'm trying to set up the camera. Y'all gotta understand. I gotta be near. I can leave once she falls asleep.
No, yo, listen, I'm just saying because the background
I'm like
is
right. I'm in her. I'm actually
Sure.
in her vicinity. I didn't want to be her ear.
Sure. Left hand around the neck to here. Right hand behind the head as you squeeze and push, and they go to sleep fast.
Look at Pat McAfee went to sleep very fast.
See,
Not as fast as Gunther,
McAfee here.
but he went to fast.
Yeah. Where McAfee found out.
That's what I gotta
Nigga,
do.
right to sleep.
Toe has insomnia, so I gotta every night just fucking go to sleep.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Then
Do you
or
think-
you
Now
do
you
the
wake him
Cable
up too. Wake up, fool.
where you put this around the chin, take this hand and dig it into the back.
Do you think Ironheart is gonna be a good TV show?
I think Ironheart's gonna fail no matter what. People already have it in their head that this is a waste of a TV show, a waste of a character, and it's gonna be like Solo. A lot of people actually like Solo, but it was never gonna do anything because it was already done before we got there.
Okay. 3 more things, and then we can talk about Daredevil. 1, the Batman director Matt Reeves confirms Batman 2 is on the brink of being canceled.
Okay.
Number 2, Carl Urban returning in Dread series at Amazon from the Boys team.
Ooh, that I'm hype about.
Yeah, that he was a good Dread. And number 3, and this is a question for both of y'all. Do you think that Daredevil has been carrying the MCU since 2021?
I think the Avengers has been carrying the MCU.
No, he's been the best part, but he hasn't been in the MCU. Like he's in the MCU now, but before it was technically a standalone thing. So I can't give him credit for holding up the MCU that long.
I mean, that one scene where he caught a brick in uh, Spider-Man is enough to keep the franchise going.
Shit, you know how I feel about that movie.
Yeah.
And I'm still sitting there going, that one scene was not enough.
I hear you. Now, I want to. Can you hear that or no?
No.
All right. I want to show you something. I'm waiting for it to restart. I want to show you something that me and Show need whenever Show decides to come back. If Show ever decides to come back. Matter of fact, Show seen this, so fuck it. We can just show you. Look at this. I don't know what this does, but this shit is crazy. Boom. Just need that. My man is Kamen.
Yo. Send that to me so I can send that to Jay.
It's on Instagram.
So you should have Jay's number. Send it to Jay.
Do I follow? No. But yeah. I mean, yeah, I that shit is dope. Fucking Dragon Ball Z.
So, have you heard that? Have you watched that video with the noise?
Yeah.
Does
It's
it
a
make
song.
noise? Does he go Kame?
No. Well, no. It's a song that's over it. So it's he no home. That's a dream no mom. Like that's the song. It was like that's why I was like, I'm not even gonna play the noise of this shit.
That would be dope if you turn it on. And he did the whole Kame, and then right at the ha, the magnet turns on and it pulls the ball, so it looks like he.
Yeah. That'd be dope. Shit. All right. Let's get to the evening since Ray ain't coming. We knew this since day one. The entire series of the Daredevil Disney Plus show. Cap, I know it's only 8 episodes and we was promised 19.
It's 9 episodes.
Or nine episodes we were promised it was 18.
Yeah, but we're getting the second 9 next year.
Has this first 9 episodes given you what you need to have faith in this series and in the Disney Plus shows again?
Well, I'm gonna be 100% honest, as I'm always am. This season sucked. It's the worst thing I've ever. No. Yes, this is giving me faith. The acting was great. The writing was great. The fight scenes were great. The character depictions and characterizations were great. They even found ways to make Daredevil more Marvelish and more comic booky, and still not take away from the feel of it being the Netflix grounded reality show. You know, more realistic style. The only bad thing I could say about the show was the court scene. That's the only negative I have about it. And even that is just one episode out of the 8. Excuse me, out of the 9. So if you got 8 out of 9 episodes that were great, you have a great show.
Yeah, that's true. What did you particularly like about it?
Daredevil or Matt Murdock having that conscience, that crisis of conscience, where you can actually see that the violence is not the thing that he is upset at himself about, because it comes out of him easily. It's the level of which he lets that violence go that made him upset. When he threw Bullseye off the roof, when he cracked the fucking cops and like seriously hurt him, it's how far he was willing to go is what got him to that point. And I like that. I like that conflict of, I don't want to do this because I can't control myself and I can't stop going to that level. When the world around you is telling you, no, you need to be at that level. And then we see him at the end be like, no, I can do this without getting there. There's a better way to do this. Because that's Daredevil in a nutshell. Then you see the Kingpin, and you see the Kingpin flustered because he decided to play politics until he learned, oh, I can run this the way I did my organization. And you see him become the Kingpin again. And now you're like, shit, now New York City's fucked. Because now Wilson Fisk is not your mayor. Kingpin's your mayor.
Yeah.
John Bernthal was great as the Punisher. With the shit he came up in. Karen Page, I can't get enough of Karen Page. I think the actress, I said it before, the actress deserves more credit. She deserves more roles. She's really good. The niece for Ayala, for the White Tiger. You know me. Normally, I find kids in the show annoying and shit. She wasn't annoying. She didn't do anything that was like, come on, really?
Yeah. I mean, except for try to go find Muse himself, but we understood the motive for that.
Yeah. Like, it was brought on out of an organic, I went to the one person I thought can help. He said no. Well, if you're not gonna fucking do it, then I'll do it. And even that, the dichotomy of, I came to Matt Murdock for help. Unknowingly, I went to Daredevil for help. And they both said no. And the dichotomy of Daredevil saying no is surprising, but Matt saying no is realistic. He's a fucking lawyer. What do you want him to do?
Yeah.
So that's the thing I love about the show, is the fucking duality of shit. Where he tells Vanessa, Fisk tells Vanessa, I did not kill the man you had an affair with. But then you find out he's trapped in this fucking dude's basement, and he beats the ever-living shit out of him. Vanessa's all this time is like, yo, did you kill him? I hope you didn't kill him. Don't kill him. And then given the choice, well, fuck it, I choose Fisk, and she pops him.
I mean, there were times on this show that I was questioning shit, like when I thought she was setting up Fisk. Like before I saw Fisk sitting at the dining table by himself, I thought she was setting him up. And I was like, don't you fucking do that, because you could be stupid. And then when Bullseye was gonna shoot I thought Vanessa. And I'm like, come on, Daredevil. I know you don't like this bitch, but you're supposed to be the hero, man. If you let him kill her, you know better. You know better than these people. And he saved Fisk. And it's like, all right, cool. But you know, it's
Yo, I went from believing in the fucking relationship that Fisk and Vanessa has to 100% I don't trust Vanessa Fisk at all. There's nothing she can do to make me believe that she's fully invested into this marriage and into this partnership. To me, she's biding her time and just playing the role she has to play until she figures out what her next move is. She has ruined, for me, she has ruined that whole thing.
Yeah, I hear you. Because it just seemed like she had this like aura of her that she missed controlling shit. But how badass is Fist's fucking right hand man? Like even
Yo.
he turned around and was like, "Yo, so what y'all think about his policies? He sucks." Oh, okay. So the bitch that's taking bribes and then this nigga that's doing illegal crack and all these other motherfuckers, y'all have a problem with his shit? Oh, you don't? I heard you wrong. Okay, we'll be back in a couple months to make sure that this theory stands still. Otherwise, you ain't getting home.
You talk about the quiet dude or Soprano's son?
The quiet dude.
Yeah, that dude is. He's the guy that Homer Simpson was talking about. He's like, yo, he hasn't done nothing, but the minute we move, we know he's gonna do something fucking dope.
Word.
That was the shit at the restaurant.
He shot the shit out of this dude. But it was like, I love Vincent D'Onofrio's acting. Because no matter what character he portrays, it's the subtleties that, like, he tells you what's happening with his subtleties. Like, this is standing there perfect. Fine. And then the swordsman says something to him. He goes, "Is that a threat?" He's like, "No, it's a warning." And he goes, No. I didn't ask you that you just threatened me. And now you're fucked. And then he tells us, like, "Yo, bro, do you think that just because you put a fucking paper towel over your face that no one's gonna realize that you're the fucking swordsman? Are you that stupid? Get in the cage. Get in the cage before I fuck you up." Yeah, and it's beautiful. People are sitting there like, "Yo, where is my husband? Or where's my wife?" I don't know. You talking about the motherfucker that disrespected me the last time I asked you for a favor? I don't know where that nigga's at. Shit, we got the ports. Like, y'all could have been into some money that y'all would have never gotten before, because this shit was gonna be legal, illegal shit.
Yeah.
But now I gotta do what I gotta do, and all the money for me.
Now I gotta do legal shit.
Word.
Yo, I just want to point out one thing for Lay's sake, because Lay's not here. But for anybody who's watching and is confused with the Punisher and his reaction to the cops. So as we know, in the last few years, the Punisher skull has been like a fucking symbol that cops, Navy SEALs, Green Berets, people have clung on to, right? As some sort of fucking, most of the time, some right-wing bullshit, but some, we have the power and authority type shit. The reason Frank Castle does not like that, does not appreciate it, does not want it, is not because of some fucking soft snowflake left-wing writer who decided to, try to kill all that noise. It's the originality, the original statement that skull made was, I served the government. I came home, my family was murdered. I let the law fucking handle it. Both of those systems failed me. Fuck both of those systems.
Yeah.
Is he gonna kill cops and all that? No. But he does not fucking stand with the police. Because they do not uphold justice. They uphold the law. And sometimes the law and justice, in his eyes, do not coincide.
And then when you're gonna be a cop that takes the law into your own hands, that makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Because now you're not upholding shit. And you're just hiding behind that badge. And the Punisher, I'm not hiding behind no badge. I like the good Lord Ghost Rider once said, this penance thing ain't gonna fucking work on his ass. He don't give a shit. He can care less if he killed all those fucking people. I showed to him, he gonna be like, yes, that was a good shot right there.
I was off by 3 meters.
Yeah. Like that motherfucker, like there's no remorse in this man. Like that is the when life gives you lemons, you kill everybody. Like
Yeah.
that's
That's the thing. When life gives you lemons, you throw the hand grenade.
because yo, like that's like the catharsis for people who really have anger issues or really want justice they can't get for something. You read the Punisher and he gives you that, and then all the other like I would believe that Daredevil is kind of just the same thing as the Punisher. It's just he's fighting that urge because of his morals or what he grew up with the church. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
So
go ahead.
so it's kind of like the Punisher is the left hand, Daredevil's the right hand.
Yeah.
You know. But the crazy shit is like Punisher knows. Punisher knows and he sees it. And he knows that this guy needs help. And I don't think Punisher wants Daredevil to turn into him. I think he's just like, yo, dude, it's costing you Foggy. It's costing you Karen. It's costing you everything to fight this fight within yourself.
There is a saying. You cannot serve two masters.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that Daredevil's trying to point out. It's like you cannot be a man of the law and a man who goes against it. You got to pick one. Because when you ride the line, Foggy dies.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to step over the line, then you're no good because the Bullseye still runs around.
Or Muse goes after your girl.
Yeah.
After you just saved the child, But oh man, I know I got on last week just to say this one thing, but I'm gonna say it again. This bitch did not save nobody. When she's like, I saved myself. No, you did not.
Yo.
You shot the man, yeah. But I don't know about you saving yourself. You shot the nigga. Yeah, you got it. Boom. Click, click.
Yeah. Again, I'm not gonna, get into the whole blue pill, red pill shit of it, but if Daredevil doesn't show up, you don't get out of that fucking chair. You don't get to the gun. You don't get to pull the trigger. You just watch some dude in a canvas mask bleed you the fuck out.
Yeah, like what she was doing. My man fucking knocked her ass against the floor or the wall or whatever the fuck that was, and was gonna fucking start drawing blood from her ass. Like, it's not like Daredevil walked in and you was on top of him like Squirrel Girl and fucking Thanos. She's like, what the fuck happened here?
You wanna see something where people save themselves? Watch The Rookie. This season, I don't know what episode it was, but there was a serial killer who they caught him, and he was like, "Oh, I buried these bodies here," and then they found like 15 more fucking bodies that he didn't do. But they caught him because he escaped. He was like, "Yo, let me get one last kill in." Saw a sorority house. Got into the sorority house. Everybody was like, they found out. They're like, oh shit, he's at the sorority house. They rushed in. They hear noise. They hear crying. They hear screaming. And when they come in, the women are beating the shit out of him because they were prepared.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, hell no. There's 15 of us, one of you.
Yeah. That's them saving themselves. That's like you wait, like you get shot. You're in the hospital. The fucking doctors open you up, take the bullet out, fucking do surgery on you. You wake up like 3 days later and goes, I healed this shit myself. I survived the gunshot myself. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You just fucking woke up after they fucking saved you.
An even more personal story. We were down at Disney. I forgot what downtown Disney they called it. I don't know what if it's there anymore, but there was a VR game. Me and my dad are playing. I'm looking over at my dad. I see him and his avatar. We're swinging. Next thing I know, I see a sign that says, pick up your sword. And then I wake up on the couch. Now, I'm assuming that this man over here dragged my ass to that couch. But if I was in the mind frame of the therapist, I would have been like, damn, I got myself to this couch and I got myself awake after passing out.
Word.
And I think what made it funnier was waking up on the couch and seeing my dad on the other side of it the exact same way.
And we put like towels of water on your forehead, and me and mom went to go play the Buzz Lightyear game again. Like, they'll be all right. Shit.
How long were we out?
Not very long. Like, you guys were like, you weren't coherent, but you was like in and out, dizzy and shit when we put you at the table. But then when we came back, you was like, yo, holy shit. And I think we went to go get something to eat, and then we left or something.
I swear to you, I vividly remember seeing those words, pick up your sword, and then I woke up on the couch. I do not remember anything from point A to point B.
Yeah, nah.
But I saved myself.
Yeah, you saved yourself.
Everything gets packed up because I saved myself.
Shit, yeah, dude. I appreciate the fucking acting in this show because everyone hit it. Like, everyone told you what was going on with just their face, their facial expressions, the way they moved. Like, even his right hand woman, I guess, the one that showed him how to be the mayor, like, the political lead, like the political person. She's sitting there going, "Oh no, this man scares the shit out of me. I'm gonna record what the fuck you said and go, nah, yeah, I can help you. But I can't leave because he gonna kill me. So we're gonna make it look like this." And then he got the recorder and she's crying. It's like, no, honey, you gotta save yourself. That situation where you gotta save yourself. Shit, and I know Show wanted to talk about this shit. My man squished his fucking skull off.
Yo, that I turned to Toe. I was like, when the fuck did we start watching Terrifier 3? Yo, that's even more than what they did on the Netflix show. Because remember, they cut away from him slamming the dude's head in the car door until he decapitated him. This was a straight up fucking Mindhunters.
Yeah. Yeah, his jaw went that way, his skull went that way, and everybody else said, hey. Because it was fun. Yo, I swear to God, like, that part made me like Kingpin even more because it was the realization, oh shit, no, he real. Like, oh no, we're not playing badass cops. We are in this with a criminal.
Yo, this show could have been Daredevil, or it could have been Kingpin born again.
Yeah. This shit just straight out Fisk for mayor. Fisk will fix it.
Yo, but that had to be the most shocking thing I think I've ever seen in a Marvel fucking movie or TV show.
Yeah. But yeah, but I'm sitting here like, yo, you gotta know this nigga. Like, if you're police, you gotta hear the rumblings of this man. Like the Kingpin, something. Reputation gotta come. Like, if you're a dirty cop, you got the rep. Everyone knows it. Like, something, like, you gotta hear, like, maybe you don't know that Fist is the Kingpin, but you gotta hear something about the Kingpin.
Yo, so I don't know if you've seen these. There's tons of shorts of basketball players who played against Michael Jordan, who all almost had the same exact story. They all show up and like, I heard the story. I'm guarding them. I'm doing a good job. I look at them like, you ain't shit. You ain't nothing. And then Jordan lights them up, and that's the end of they don't ever do shit ever again.
And they apologize.
Isaiah Ryder has a fucking story where he's like, yo, I got 19 on Jordan. I'm having a good game. I'm locking him down. And then fucking Kevin Garnett starts talking shit about Jordan. And I had to go up to Jordan and go, yo, you know, he's a youngin'. He don't know shit about nothing. Don't listen to him. And then Jordan took the second half of that game and just mollywopped him. And Isaiah Wright had to go up to, he's like, Jordan called the exact same play 5 times in a row. And we couldn't stop him. They called a timeout, and Kevin Garnett's like, yo, we out here breathing heavy. He had us fucking running. He's like, Isaiah looked at me and was like, you had to fucking say something. Dumb something. Like, that's what happened with the Kingpin. People are like, oh, it can't be as bad as they say. It's all hyperbole, whatever. And then you show up and you're like, he splattered a man's head like a watermelon. What the fuck are we doing here? I picked the wrong thing.
Yeah, I should have been a teacher.
Yeah, like, this isn't a skull. This is a fucking unicorn, man.
They all looked at him like,
I'm part of the New Day, bro. I ain't part of this.
Yeah, my man was like, wait, ain't there supposed to be a 15-minute break every hour with our union dude? Like, we gotta go get some sandwiches. We'll be right back, Mr. Kingpin, Mr. Kingpin. We'll be right back, man. Shit. And I'm telling you, the Punisher just sitting there in that chair, and these people like, we're big fans. He's like, fuck you. Like, legitimately, he's like, fuck you, fuck all y'all. Y'all ain't fans of me. Don't fucking say you ain't real. Like, he's tied up, fucked up. He's like, you ain't real. Then the man punches him. He's like, that's all you got, little pussy. Yo, this is what I'm talking about. It may not be word for word from the comics, but the attitude and the aura of these characters are shown on these
It's the
shows.
correct characterization.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is, because that's what Fisk is brute fucking strength. He's street smart, he got technology wits, and he's fucking brute strength.
And Punisher is so fucking careless. He'll come up to you, yo, I hear you like me. Cool. And then break the motherfucker's arm. Because he's like, all right, I just need you over here so I can get the key to get the fuck out. I don't give a
fuck. Word. Like, my head is like, I would have been sitting there like, Mr. Punisher, yeah, I'm a fan of yours, and I'm not fucking stupid.
Yeah. If
we're in voice distance, I know you can do something to me. Back the fuck up and sit the fuck down. You'll be all right, piss in your pants. Fuck that. I'd be like, you want the key so bad, I'll throw it to you. But you ain't, don't get nowhere near me. Give me 30 seconds, I'll leave, and you can do whatever fuck you want.
Dude, me being there, and I'm in charge of watching over the Punisher, I'll be like, yo, you are my favorite hero. Number 1 with a bullet. If you don't shut the fuck up.
What's your name? Blah! He threatened my life.
Yo, I swear to I go in there, shoot him in the head, I pull the rope down and be like, yo, he broke the rope and was trying to free himself. I did exactly what I was supposed to do.
He shot himself in the head so he could come back as a spirit and fuck all y'all up. He liked me.
He can come back as Frankencastle.
Word.
Look it up. That's a real thing.
Yeah, he liked my ass. He gonna fuck y'all up. I'm out. Yeah, man. And then, we had that debate, like, who would win, Batman or Punisher, and this just goes to show you the brute force of the Punisher one-on-one could probably beat Batman. But I don't know if he was doing that so he could get caught by these people. Oh shit, Frankenstein.
Yeah, I told you it's a real fucking thing.
Hey, but is that what you think he did? He got caught on purpose to be on the inside or some shit?
I don't fucking know what his plan. This is why me and Lay had that little tiff. Because Lay's like, oh, he's calculating, he's this, he's that. It's like, but to the outsider, it doesn't look like that. It doesn't look like he's planned it out. Because if he did, I don't know what his plan is. I can't easily see where the dots connect. All I see is bullet holes.
Yeah.
It looked like he just showed up to this thing and I don't know what the fuck he's doing, to be honest.
I hear you. I hear you, shit. But yeah, it's dope. You know, I don't think like you said the court scene is something that we could like harp on, but obviously that was
Only
not.
because look at this, man. They took such great care in every other part of that story,
Yeah,
right? Where he tells the girl, "I can't fucking do anything. What I can't do anything to help you," knowing that he's talking about both Matt and Daredevil, and then you see him on the roof contemplating it and going, "Fuck it." That decision means something. It meant something. It had weight. For him to go, you can't bring up the White Tigers thing. It's gonna be detrimental. And then on a whim, just fucking bring it up.
yeah.
Like it wasn't earned.
No, I hear you. It, I don't know if they did that because the character died. They did that because they had to cut back episodes or what, you know. But it it was better than any of the court scenes from She-Hulk. But I do agree with you. It's kind of like I think I mentioned this in one of the other shows. Like Foggy was the real brains of this operation,
Yeah.
and I think the way Matt Murdock runs his court is that he just listens and like you're a liar, and I'm going to try to prove that you're lying.
Yeah.
You know, it's like he just sits there. Did you go to the subways on Tuesday? Yes, I did. You're a liar, and everybody's supposed to believe him because he can hear. And then he doesn't know people know that he can hear. So now he's like, fuck, I got to prove it. And he's like, well, you know something? I know you was in the subways on Tuesday because he's the White Panther. What? And he's the White Tiger. He's all the white cats.
Now, I was saying, as much as it is saddening to lose the actor to play him, right? If they had the ability to recast, how fucking cool would it have been? Frank Castle saves him from the cops in his loft, then Frank Castle doesn't do anything else. So now Daredevil needs to infiltrate the rest of the shit and he needs help. Who shows up?
White Tiger.
Motherfucker White Tiger. And then we get them teaming up.
Yeah.
Because again, this is again the little nitpicks, right? Because I gotta play both sides. Like it's not all 100% sunshines and rainbows. You know, it's not all cabs, right?
Yeah.
We've heard Wilson Fisk spew time after time after time. Vigilantes will not run this city. Vigilantes are a curse. We got to get rid of all vigilantes. You mean just White Tiger and Daredevil? Who the fuck else is there? Who else is running amok in this city?
He meant
you got 1,500 fucking bad cops.
That's true. He mentioned Spider-Man in passing. But
Luke Cage.
But
like,
where the fuck? Where they at?
Where they at though? No, I get it because a lot of people are speculating that this army that I was gonna say Sub-Zero that Sub-Zero's getting is fucking Raiden, Scorpion, Katana, Luke Cage, Johnny Cage, all the cages. No, but you know that's the speculation that next season is gonna be the Defenders, and a part of me is like, I don't know
If they can get Night Thrasher, Rage, Luke Cage, maybe bring back Jessica Jones, then yeah,
was Rage the guy that had the American mask that he's hyped up on like a version of the Super Soldier Serum or something?
No, no, that's Nuke.
Okay.
Nuke was actually in Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
Rage is the dude who looks like the luchador with the yellow mask.
Okay, yeah.
He's actually a kid who got hit with some sort of like, again, some Ninja Turtle fucking nuclear waste shit. And he's a grown man, or he's a kid in a grown man's body.
He's Shazam?
Yeah, essentially. But, I mean, if you can get those characters in and show us the vigilantes that have come up in New York City, and these are ground-based vigilantes. Like Rage doesn't have any more power than Luke Cage, so it's not far-fetched. Night Thrasher is just like technologically savvy with a suit. So again, it's not far-fetched. Now we have something. And then the Defenders go from the stupid shit they did on Netflix to actually defending the city from these corrupt cops and from Kingpin and all this shit. And
Yeah. That'd be fucking dope.
Yeah. They got
Now,
21 seasons to do it.
yeah. Now, do you bring
yeah,
Iron
they're
Fist
gonna
in
do
this
shit for
motherfucker?
10 years, right?
Gee, word. You
Mhm.
bring Iron Fist in this bitch or what?
If it's Jessica Hedgewick, yes. If it's the new guy, yes.
But what if it's a different actor playing Danny Rand?
I'd have to see who the actor is.
Can't be no worse than the show.
Hey, it can always get worse.
What if it's Hayden Richards,
Who?
Anakin Skywalker?
Hayden
Who?
Christensen?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see him as a martial artist.
Yeah.
He could be Swordmaster. Like if you want to recast him as Swordmaster.
Just give Swordmaster the Force. So, we heard our opinions. Give us some opinions of your opinions. The opinions of your opinions on this show, in
Yeah,
which
and
we
read the
ask for
ones
your
that we
opinion.
gave you.
Yeah.
The opinions of opinions on this show.
Yeah.
What do you need to know? To be honest with you, as long as they keep it fresh, I'll be happy. This is one of my favorite shows. I don't know how they're gonna do it for 10 years. You say they have enough content, so as long as they keep it fresh, we good to go. But aside from that, I don't think I really didn't see anything. This is what is this rated? Does do they give it a rating?
What do you mean, like rated R?
No, no, like tomatoes and all that, Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, I believe it's in the 80s on Rotten
Yeah,
Tomato.
it gotta be up there.
Both critics and fans.
It's a great show. If they can keep it at this level, I'll be happy. I did have a question for you guys earlier before I forget. I saw you guys talking about Superman. Do the Justice League ever meet up with the Avengers? Like, do they ever become a superpower? Like, yo, we need everybody.
So they did Marvel versus DC, but they have not done. They might have teamed up for some like one-off bullshit, but not anything significant.
But they are
Uh,
doing some DC and Marvel are collaborating now for a comic run. So who's to say?
That would be fire if uh fuck, his name just left my head. If Thanos got together, it's like, yo, I'm gonna pair up with a couple of bad guys.
Dark Side.
Yeah, dark side. Everybody get together, and then the Avengers is like, yo, we can't take this on ourselves, B. We need to call more people. We need Superman. We need everybody. Shit is an all-out war.
Word.
But that's for later. Let them get Fantastic Four correct first.
Yeah. So Rotten Tomatoes for the critics it's an 87, for the fans it's an 80%.
What about can you do that for Loki?
For Loki, yeah.
Yeah,
Season 1 or
'cause
2.
that's my second favorite one.
I'm not gonna lie. Loki had a good story.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the overall for Loki for season 2 is 87% with the critics, 86% with the fans. Loki
About
season
the
1,
same.
yeah, Loki season 1 is actually 92% with the critics and 90% with the fans.
That's why that's one of my favorite shows.
And
It's up there.
as I predicted, because I know what's coming. Last of Us season 2 is at 96 with the critics, 53 with the fans. But I understand. I understand the fans' hatred because they're, again, knowing what happened when the video game came out and the behind the scenes of that. It's the same stupid fucking argument that they have now. But we'll get to that when and if we watch it and review.
Yeah.
That
So
show.
there's 3 episodes show of The Last of Us that came out on Sunday. It's on HBO Max. We're probably gonna review that next week.
We got that. We got Andor.
All right,
Yeah.
so I'll watch that.
There's a Star Wars show that comes out today.
Yeah, it's already out.
You said 3 episodes of Andor or The Last of Us?
There should be 2 episodes of The Last of Us, 3 of Andor.
Okay, yeah. So, what you got shit to watch, show?
I'm on it. I need it anyways.
So Andor is a show. We're on season 2, but it's a show about what happened before Rogue One. Because he's the
Specifically to
pilot.
that one character
Yeah.
from Rogue One.
He's the pilot in Rogue One that helped get the codes and that the soft spot of the Death Star.
Gotcha.
So there's a lot of like shit that they're gonna show us that we don't already know, like how the rebellion started, where the rebellion hit, who was a part of the rebellion, shit like that.
So if I could watch it, I could be ahead. I could actually be on the same level as y'all. Oh, I
Pretty
like
much.
this.
Yeah.
Dude, as an extra bonus for extra credit, I would be curious to see what you don't have to do the whole thing, but just if you and your daughter watch a few episodes of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, just to get your review or her review of that show. Because that's
I'll
an aspect
definitely
you don't have, is how children see, and feel about the new shit that Marvel's putting out for them.
Word.
I'll try it this week and I'll let you know.
All right.
Do or do not. There is no try.
No.
That's the best Yoda I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. That was Yoda right there, show. But speaking of Yoda,
I just figured it out.
yeah, word. Speaking of Yoda, the NBA basketball playoffs have started. The Knicks are 1-1 that I know, but we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. We're gonna talk about some other stuff tomorrow. We're gonna find some more shit to blame on the Yankees bats. And I don't know if you spoke about the UFC last week, show, but we might get into that a little bit too.
We could get into it again. So
All right,
good.
cool.
We need a guy.
All right, cool. And take it away, Toe. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it is your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. Peace, everybody. Yeah, I had to fill in for Ray.
And I got you.
Yeah, Ray decided that he didn't want to show up.
I could have passed it to you.
Yeah, show pass to me then.
Hey. And on that note, oh shit, you passed it to me. Wait a minute. What the fuck? Go ahead. Go ahead, Toe.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, Joe, what are we?
Silent.
We are friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out.
Peace, everybody.
That's the first time I say it right.